Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics that are important to you, the sports fan in the Sunshine State. We are Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I'm Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog. I'm the sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. That man right over there is Krabby Krabs, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media, the prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grimes. He's right over there. He's making the show go as he does every single afternoon. We are coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeart Radio app and the YouTube machine. We want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. You know what to do. You can jump in that rage cage if you dare and give us a hot take. Just press that little red microphone at the top of the iHeart Radio app. Press it, record your hot take, and we will play the best of those later in the show. And I'm sure we have a very, very elusive prize today. Do we have an elusive prize or an effusive prize?
Elusive. It is elusive because I haven't been able to chase it down yet. It's like a rabbit in an open field, you know? We'll get them.
Maybe I'll give away my Final Four program finally.
You still have that on you?
I may still have it in my bag. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're getting some breaking news right now.
What?
The NBA Players Association. Oh, yes. Breaking news. The NBA Players Association has come out against the Milwaukee Bucks, saying Giannis wants to play and you won't let him.
Yeah, whatever. Giannis is just trying to make the Bucks look bad, so
it's working.
So he won't be the bad guy when he bolts. That's all this is. Oh, I wonder how that story leaked out. Oh, could it have been Giannis's agent that leaked it to Shams?
Such a jaded columnist.
Good God. You fall for anything, don't you?
It's a statement from the NBA Players Association.
Yeah.
This wasn't a leak.
Yeah.
It's their statement.
No, it leaked a few days ago that Giannis said, Shams reported that Giannis wants to play and the Bucks want to shut him down. That's got Giannis making the Bucks look bad all over.
Are you saying that this is the equivalent to the guy who pretends like he wants to fight but doesn't really, and he goes, "Hold me back, hold me back."
Yes,
I want to play. Hold me back.
This is a guy. The Bucks have given him a way to make them look bad because Giannis is so sensitive about being the bad guy and forcing his way out of town. He wants somebody to blame. And now people are going to blame the Bucks, like you. You're blaming the Bucks because you're going to say, well, he wanted to play and the Bucks wouldn't let him. So, good. He wants to leave now. He should want to leave.
I think for me, it's not like a pro or anti-Bucks thing. It's more of a, if you are trying to fix tanking thing, figure out ways that this doesn't happen because Giannis wants to play. So if you're a Milwaukee fan walking into the building, Giannis would like to play basketball for you. At least that's what he claims. Or if you're at a game where the Bucks are the away team and you want to go see Giannis with your kid in his Antetokounmpo jersey, then you don't have that chance because Milwaukee wants to lose. That's a problem for the league.
But I don't think it's Milwaukee wants to lose so much. I think Milwaukee
doesn't want him to get hurt.
Right. To me, that's a more noble way of tanking than not wanting to lose games to get a draft pick. At least they're like, hey, we're going to unload this guy, so we want to save him so we can get as much as we can for him. If he gets hurt,
listen, you bring up good points. I have no argument here.
Okay. All right, let's get to some highlights and headlines. Bad day for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Inside linebacker Levante David, a 12-time captain, key member of the Super Bowl winning team in 2020 with Tom Brady, longest tenured player on the Buccaneers' current roster. He's retiring after 14 seasons. Since entering the league in 2012, David has ranked first in solo tackles, while his 177 tackles for loss ranked second. He was selected to the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team. He is one of just 3 players to record 40-plus sacks and 35-plus takeaways, along with Pro Football Hall of Famers Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher. Ever heard of him? Kravitz.
Never heard of him. I've interviewed him twice.
That's right. Kravitz, as great as he was, Levante David still didn't get enough credit for being one of the all-time greats.
He is one of the all-time greats for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He's one of the all-time greats, period. This guy's a tackling machine. He was a tackling machine, is what he was.
I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we just don't give as much love to that traditional middle linebacker position as we used to. That used to be one of our favorite positions.
Right.
That was one of the stars on the team who was anchoring the middle of the defense. He's been doing that for a long time, but in an era where we've become very offensive obsessed, and on defense, we're very edge, corner. Those are the guys that we really appreciate. So I think you're right. I've always viewed Levante David as an all-time great Buccaneer, but perhaps I've been overlooking him as one of the all-time great linebackers, period, in the history of the NFL. And this problem that you bring up, maybe I'm part of it.
There you go. All right, speaking of the NFL, new Atlanta Falcons quarterback Tua Tagovailoa said he is comfortable competing for the starting quarterback job with Michael Penix Jr. after a season he deemed below his standards at Miami last year. Quote from Tua: "If you're looking at last year, my play wasn't up to the standard of the way I've been playing football in the past. I've got to play football better." Kravitz, at least Tua is taking responsibility for how bad he was last year. You're actually, even as a Dolphins fan, you're rooting for Tua to succeed in Atlanta.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Why not? He's a good
I supported
guy.
this guy.
He's a good guy.
I supported this guy for years. I mean, I hope that he has a nice life. I just want him to fail as a quarterback.
Oh, you're so
because
mean.
he failed as a quarterback for my team.
Led the league in passing one year.
I know. I remember buying Tua stock. Total lemon now. No, I don't want to say. If he succeeds with the Falcons, I will throw up on this whole table. I want no part of that.
Oh, wow. In Gainesville, it's become a tradition for the Gators to play Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down" entering the fourth quarter. In Orlando, the Magic need to start playing another TP song, "Free Fallin'." Free fallin'. The Magic are in a free fall now. It is official. They lost for their the fifth game in a row, this time to a tanking Indiana Pacers team who came into last night's game at Kia Center having lost 16 in a row. The Magic lose the game 128-126. Here's the montage.
Siakam, ooh, what a Euro. Froze Tristan da Silva. That was gorgeous stuff. And the Magic down 12 and losing juice by the barrelful. Nembhard walks it up. Kane defending the ball. Now Siakam, top of key. Kane picks him up on the right wing. Spins to the elbow. Up top, Nembhard. He'll roll left. Stops on a dime. Three ball. Off the bounce is good. Huge shot for Andrew Nembhard. And the Pacers go back up 6, 128-122. That's the 16th made triple of the night.
You've got to be the more physical team. I think they were more physical to start the game, but it's also playing like a team that has lost 16 games straight. And I think that's the ability, what they've done. And so we've got to have that mindset going in tomorrow to Cleveland, because that's the beautiful part about the NBA, that you get another opportunity to do it again.
Cash it.
That was Jamal Mosley, of course. The Pacers had a 12-point lead with 3.5 minutes left before holding off the Magic. The Magic had a chance at the end. That was exciting to watch at the end. Obviously, losing to the Pacers, not exciting. But Paolo made a strong drive to the basket along the right baseline right at the end. Gets his shot blocked by Siakam. A lot of Magic fans, probably you too, Kravitz, probably thought it was a foul.
I actually did not. I did not think it was a foul. I thought it was perfectly defended by the Pacers. It looked like you could see that was obviously going to be a point of contention from Paolo, from Mosley, from the fans in the arena, but I happened to get a good glimpse of it live in the moment, and it was clearly blocked by Siakam. So there was contact after that, but that's after the ball had already been dislodged. It all happened so quickly. Yes, there was contact, but contact after the block is not a foul.
Right.
And that was very well defended. And this Pacers team is so bad, but I cannot figure out how, outside of their own efforts, how this team has lost as many games as they have. They have the second most, they're tied for the worst record in the league with the Washington Wizards, yet they still have all these pieces from last year's finals team.
I'm watching the game last night, and the players that the Magic had on the floor, obviously they're missing a bunch of players. Jalen Suggs didn't play last night, and we know the rest of the crew that doesn't play normally. The Pacers team last night, those pieces are just as good as the Magic players.
That's exactly what I said in the postgame show last night. When you look at these two rosters side by side, are they really? Now, I'm not talking about if the Magic are healthy. I'm saying the teams that took the floor last night. Is there a difference between these two? Okay, they have Pascal Siakam, an all-star level forward.
Right.
We have Halabankero in Orlando. That's an all-star level forward. Okay, so those guys wash each other out. You have Desmond Bane, a hot, streaky shooting guard who can handle the ball. They have Aaron Nesmith. He can do the exact same thing. They have Andrew Nembhard, is actually a better point guard than what the Magic were working with last night.
Yeah.
Then you go to the bench. This is where it really gets weird for the team that has the fewest wins in the NBA. They're bringing T.J. McConnell, Obi Toppin, and Ben Shepherd off the bench. Those three are better than any bench players the Magic are bringing off the bench, at least last night. So, yes, that's a bad team, and the Magic, this is not me making...
are the Magic right now.
That's the point I'm trying to make,
Right.
is this version of the Magic, I just think we have to admit it to ourselves that they're just not a good basketball team right now.
No. And if they don't...
This is a lottery. The way that this version of them, with no Suggs and no Wagner and no Anthony Black and some other guys that are on the team that have not taken a step forward this year, like a Jet Howard, this is a lottery team with an all-star on it. And Desmond Bane, who, has his moments.
Right. All right. Those are your highlights and headlines.
Up next, I'm going to ask the most obvious question in the history of sports talk radio after a team lost 5 in a row and they just lost to the worst team in the NBA, record-wise at least. Is Jamal Mosley on the hot seat? We'll get to that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Spring training, spring practice is when athletes get ready for the long season ahead, and your air conditioner needs the same kind of preparation. Before the Florida heat really cranks up, schedule a preventive maintenance visit with Ziegler Air Conditioning. Their technicians run a 25-point checklist on every system. They check electrical components. They clean the drain lines. They lubricate the moving parts. They replace filters and make sure your system is running efficiently and reliably. I've got their maintenance program at my home, and they come out twice a year, and they don't just glance at the unit and call it good. They actually take things apart. They clean the system properly, even give me tips on how to keep it running smoothly between visits. That kind of attention is why Jason and the team have been cooling Central Florida for 40 years. When the heat is on, you want your AC ready for game day. Give them a call. 407-245-8765. That's 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
Here's something I didn't think I'd be asking you on a Monday. How well do you know K-pop Demon Hunters? Well, you can flex that knowledge at Bananas Axe Cabana this coming Wednesday night. It's trivia night over at the best axe throwing bar in the city beautiful. The owner, Stuart, offering game heads a special deal as well. Get 25% off by using the promo code GameHeads25 when you sign up on the website for any 1 or 2 hour session, or you can just show up and flex your knowledge on K-pop Demon Hunters trivia. That's this Wednesday night at Bananas Axe Cabana.
Accident blocking the right lane, 1792 northbound at Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Also a crash, Florida Turnpike southbound approaching Orange Blossom Trail. And right lane is blocked I-4 westbound before 436 due to a crash. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. As America marks 250 years, we celebrate the dedication of Florida's farmers. Their hard work ensures that every bite is harvested at its very best. Fresh from Florida. Trust is grown here.
The biggest stars from all genres of music that you love listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday night starting at 8 p.m. and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is a proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today. 407-204-0300. That's 407-204-0300.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
The world's best bull riders. 1 shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
It's time to bet, win, and connect in 2026. If you think you know the market better than your friends and peers, Better Edge is the place to profit off of that advantage. Better Edge is a social betting marketplace trusted by over 35,000 bettors, including me. Better Edge is where I first discovered that you can actually churn a profit betting on sports. With the best odds and prices anywhere in the market, it's a no-brainer for sharp sports bettors. Use the promo code BeatBrandon at sign up for $20 upon your first arrival. The City Beautiful now has a pro volleyball squad that we can all rally behind. The MLV champs, the Orlando Valkyries. Fast, loud, flying above the net, non-stop entertainment. Professional women's volleyball is one of the best live sports that is out there. And we've got a game head section that you can be a part of. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and we'll see if we can get you a seat on us. Bring the friends, bring the family, bring the noise, and head coach Amy Pauley will bring the dubs. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team. The City Beautiful now has a pro volleyball squad that we can all rally behind. The MLV champs, the Orlando Valkyries. Fast, loud, flying above the net, non-stop entertainment. Professional women's volleyball is one of the best live sports that is out there. And we've got a game head section that you can be a part of. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and we'll see if we can get you a seat on us. Bring the friends, bring the family, bring the noise, and head coach Amy Pauley will bring the dubs. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team.
Magic hit the road to take on conference rival Cleveland. Our coverage begins at 7:30 with Magic Tonight. Tip time is 8 p.m. Catch every minute right here on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app.
This is Anthony Black with the Orlando Magic, and you're locked into Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Thank you, Anthony Black. When are you going to come back and play for the Magic again? That's what we want to know. Okay. Magic lose their 5th game in a row last night. This time it was a devastating loss. They lost to the tanking Indiana Pacers, a team that had lost 16 straight games. The Magic shot 51.1% from the floor last night. They played well enough on offense, obviously. It was 128 to 126. But they're arguably their 4 best defenders not playing last night. The Magic are obviously missing Franz Wagner, who's been out forever. Anthony Black, who's been out for eons. Jonathan Isaac, whose career has been riddled by injuries. And Jalen Suggs, who missed last night's game with an illness. So that's 4 players the Magic didn't have last night. And we were talking about the game earlier today, all right? You look at the roster of the Indiana Pacers, even though they're tanking, their roster last night was every bit as good as the Magic's, if not better, when you look at the players they had on the floor and the players coming off the bench. So you can say Jamal Mosley needs to be fired all you want. Anybody out there who say Jamal Mosley needs to be fired, that ain't Jamal Mosley last night. Sorry. It's not. Call me a Jamal Mosley homer all you want. Okay,
I'm gonna have a hard time being the guy that calls you that because I've been a Jamal Mosley sympathizer throughout his time here. But if things keep going like this, I mean, the question is he on the hot seat? Obviously, he's been on the hot seat since the start of the season. Right. We've been saying this since before they played game number 1.
Right.
Either this team goes a round or 2 into the playoffs, or Jamal Mosley will lose his job. And if they completely flame out, the front office probably loses their jobs too. When I ask the question, is Jamal Mosley on the hot seat? I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about at the end of the season. That's an obvious question.
No way.
I think no way is a foolish way to look at this. The Denver Nuggets last season fired Mike Malone and their GM right before the playoffs. It was in April of last year. Mike Malone won a championship in Denver. The Grizzlies last year fired Taylor Jenkins on March 28th, almost exactly a year ago today. They were on their way to the playoffs. He had been there for 6 years. They were, it was 9 games before the playoffs started. Tonight is 10 before the Magic start a hopeful playoff run. They had a 44-29 record, a better record than what the Magic are sitting on right now, and he's the franchise's winningest coach. Both of those guys got fired at the exact same time last year. Why couldn't Jamal Mosley be fired after this game? Now, you're not going to fire him on the second night of a back-to-back because you kind of need a coach tonight. I think if the Magic get pummeled in this game, his job could be over. And it's possible it's possible the front office would go with him.
That's just you've been covering the Magic long enough to know that's just not how the Magic do business. You can mention the Denver Nuggets all you want. You can mention other teams all you want. That's not how the Magic do business. That's never been the way they've done business. Unless there's a player like when back in the day when Brian Hill was the coach and Penny Hardaway organized the mutiny and went to John Gabriel and said, get rid of this guy. We're going to, there's going to be big trouble. There's no way the Magic get rid of Jamal Mosley before this season's over, especially when he's playing with one arm tied behind, or he's coaching with one arm tied behind his back with this roster. If you want to fire somebody, go fire the training staff and the
problem. Here's the problem, okay? And I'm just going to shoot it straight here.
Okay.
It's not that the team isn't playing well or losing. It's the way that it's happening. They got absolutely embarrassed against the Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
They lose to the Lakers because Luke Kennard gets left wide open at the end of the game. J.J. Redick calls a wonderful offensive play and threw the Magic defense into a tizzy. That's coaching. That stuff goes back to your coach. That when you don't call the right play or your players are confused and not communicating, that falls on the coach. That was the loss to the Lakers. Then the very next game, you're playing the team that before last night had a standalone worst record in the NBA, and you lose. If they get embarrassed tonight, which is very possible, they are shorthanded again, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are as fully loaded as they have ever been. I don't think he keeps his job. After tonight,
I think the Magic will let him keep his job until this season is over, until the playoffs are over.
You're judging the organization based on where they've been in recent years, where there was no spine because there was no expectation. There has not been this much expectation since Dwight Howard was on the team.
If they there's no expectation right now with this roster. Do you have an expectation with this roster?
Well, it's not about me. It's about them. They should have the expectation.
Do you think Jeff Weltman and the organization has an expectation without Franz Wagner, without Anthony Black
to beat the Pacers? Yes, I do. They're without Miles Turner in free agency. They're without Tyrese Halliburton. They have 15 wins.
They have Pascal Siakam. He's just as good as anybody on the Magic.
Ugh. This gives me a headache. Coming up next, more Game On. Don't go anywhere.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You can cash in on all of the upcoming Sweet 16 action by downloading the Hard Rock Bet app today. It is the most wonderful time of the year to play some sports wagers, sides, totals, first halves, money lines, player props. I love the way that my Fighting Illini have looked so far in the tournament. Got them at 22-1 before we got this thing started. Baseball season starts tomorrow as well, and if you've been listening to me for the last few years, you know how much I love betting a good Major League Baseball under. Yankees-Giants on Wednesday night. Sign me all the way up. So many ways to fully immerse yourself in the sports that we love. Experience the futures market and all of the player props that you're used to as well. Sign up with Hard Rock Bet today, and you can double your winnings on your first 10 bets, a max of $50. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833 Play wise.
Orlando, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, right there next to Claremont. Not only can you tee off on two stunning championship golf courses, El Campeon and Las Colinas, but you can also play pickleball, tennis, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. They're beautiful, and when the day winds down, relax at the spa or dine at one of their 4 fabulous on-site restaurants. The Sunday Champagne Brunch is a feast you will thoroughly enjoy. Mission Resort is perfect for couples, families, or anyone just looking for a little escape close to home. If you just want to come over for a day of golf, book those tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. For hotel reservations and tee times, go to missionresortandclub.com. That's missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, Central Florida's hidden gem, is just waiting for you.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com.
Coach Becht here. Spring football is coming to Orlando March 29th at 8 p.m. at Entering Coast Stadium. Your Orlando Storm versus the Columbus Aviators. And at halftime, the one and only DJ Khaled live.
Get tickets at UFLstorm.com.
Guys, here's the truth.
Buying a diamond has never been easy, and now with lab-grown diamonds in the mix, it's even trickier. Are you paying too much? Are you really getting the most for your money? Here's the good news. At International Diamond Center, we cut through the confusion. We give you the straight facts, remove the mystery, and teach you how to make a smart choice, whether you're leaning toward a lab-grown diamond or a timeless natural one. For over 40 years, our mission has stayed the same. Protect the consumer. Reveal the real story behind pricing. Expose the tricks so you don't overpay. We've done it with natural diamonds forever. Now, we're doing the exact same thing with lab-grown. At IDC, you'll find an unmatched selection of both, natural and lab-grown, right here in our showroom. We'll let you compare them side by side, as many as you want, until you're completely confident. And no matter which you choose, you get our direct, no-nonsense pricing every day. No inflated markups, no games to maximize profit. Just exceptional value and honest dealing. Don't guess, don't wonder. Come to the experts you can trust. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millenia.
Saturday, March 28th, the PFL brings two massive middleweight fights to Pittsburgh. Former middleweight world champion Johnny Eblen takes on Brian the Butcher Battle. And Pittsburgh's own Dalton Rasta takes on former champ Impa Kasunganai. Don't miss the action Saturday, March 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.
People don't listen to radio ads. While you're driving or making a sandwich, your subconscious pays full attention. So relax. Let it take over.
Sunday makes yard care simple with a custom plan based on your soil, climate, and yard size. No pesticides, no harsh stuff.
Custom Sunday lawn plan.
Order today and get your
Custom Sunday lawn plan.
ready for the season ahead. Sunday, a smarter, healthier yard.
This is it, Orlando. Brackets are busting, upsets are brewing, and the road to the College Hoops Championship is heating up. Catch every second at Stadium Club, Orlando's most immersive sports bar with 360-degree game time viewing. Fuel your crew with game day food and drink specials, play in our sports simulators, and jam with our DJ. Plus, parking is free. Don't just watch the tournament, feel the energy, and live the excitement of every bucket. Reserve your seat now on Open Table or at stadiumclub.com.
Welcome to Embers Only on iHeart Radio Orlando, brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Step inside the luxury cigar lifestyle with our cigar of the week. And what a neat smoke we have for you this week, guys. It's the Corona Cigar Barrio Blend, Habano Churchill. And this is a real cultural heritage cigar, barrio meaning neighborhood. And that's what they're leaning on. Cigars bringing communities together. This is a beautiful, oily Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan fillers and binders, medium to full body, a creamy mouthfeel, nutty sweetness, a lot of coffee and earth in there. And they're wrapped up in this rustic newspaper. It's a decades-old technique on a really unique cigar. They're $4.48 for the bundle, but that is 50 cigars. Less than $10 a piece for a premium smoke like this is a deal. Get it today. It's the Corona Cigar Barrio Blend, Habano Churchill, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much for joining us for Embers Only. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Downtown, Heathrow, Sand Lake, Sarasota, Tampa, and always online at coronacigar.com.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
This report is sponsored by Text Now.
You may want to hang on to the umbrella as we progress into our Tuesday evening as we are tracking another cold front across Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Not a washout, but we are expecting hit or miss showers and storms. A couple could be on the stronger side, so we'll have to watch out for that. Could have some frequent lightning, gusty wind, and maybe even some small hail. And the strongest of storms, they start to fade away tonight. Still could see a few showers, maybe a rumble with temperatures dipping only into the low to mid 60s. So still pretty muggy and mild. But for our Wednesday, we will be a little cooler. That front is still locked up on the area with more showers and thunderstorms possible, a few anyway, with highs topping out in the upper 70s and lower 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
Tuesday. Two longtime local rivals meet on the diamond as UCF takes on the Hatters of Stetson with a 6:30 first pitch. Catch every minute of UCF baseball right here on AM 810 Fox Sports Radio, 106.7 HD3, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app.
This is Jalen Suggs of the Orlando Magic. They say it pays to listen to Game On. How much are we talking? Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Baseball season just one day away. Opening night coming up tomorrow night. And we are so lucky right now. One of the greatest Orlando athletes of all time is on the hotline. Let's bring in the great Johnny Damon, a proud Dr. Phillips High alum and a man who was just named to the Boston Red Sox Hall of Fame. Johnny, thanks for joining us and congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Oh, thank you very much, guys. It's, it took a while, but I'm glad it happened. I know what I brought to Boston and bringing the championship. So, yeah, it's very exciting, and thank you for having me on your show.
Johnny, you've recently taken on a role as sort of an advisor, strategic advisor for the Orlando Dreamers and their effort to bring Major League Baseball to Central Florida. You've lived here for, 45 years. What gives you the confidence that this city's ready for baseball?
Well, I know the city very well, and I know that we have 80 million tourists that visit us every year, and I know baseball will succeed here. We have so many great players that have come from this area, so many great talent, from musicians to all kinds of athletes, and it's just a great place. And we have the theme parks, and we will definitely have more fans than what both of these Florida teams are bringing right now. And they're going to see in Tampa this year. Like, hopefully they can get their attendance up, but Orlando is waiting, and we have the Jaguars coming next year as well. We need to show our support and love for them when we have them for 2 years, and we need to keep going out there supporting our Magic and Orlando City.
So, Johnny, what is the next step? What's the goal here? Is it to grab one of the teams inside of the state and bring them over here? Is it to go after expansion? What's at the top of the list of when we're talking? You guys wouldn't put this sort of effort in if you didn't think it was at least possible. But which one zooms to the top of the list?
The top of the list was to bring the Tampa Bay Rays to Orlando. And then a guy from Jacksonville purchased the team. And so it's kind of up in the air right now on if they're going to build a new stadium, if they're not. But I also know that Rob Manfred wants to expand before he retires in 2029. And I know the cities that he's going to be thinking about would be Salt Lake City, Nashville, Charlotte, and why not Orlando? Because we have a better TV market. We have more people who visit us. So it makes too much sense.
There's a new building, an office downtown in Orlando that it is now lit up with the Orlando baseball moniker on it. I'm curious, do you work in that office? Can you tell me what the day-to-day looks like inside of the office downtown? What is
Johnny Damon doesn't go in the office.
Well, I'm sure he's been there at the very least. What goes on in the office?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you what goes on in the office. I have not been there yet. This is pretty new to me, but I can see the excitement going around town. I can see a lot of positives, and I'm out in my office at times, trying to bring the best hydration drink out there, and it's A game. So that's what I've been busy. I'm trying to wean myself away from that because I want to concentrate on bringing baseball to Orlando because I think there's so many benefits to bring to Major League Baseball having a team in Orlando.
What is the thing that you need from the fans, people that are listening to this that also want baseball in their town? What can they do to help your efforts?
Yeah, they just need to be excited. They need to check us out, like what's going on. But the biggest thing is it's a waiting game right now, unfortunately. And we know the Rays should move to Orlando. We know their attendance has been awful throughout the years. Since the late 90s, it's been awful. And when you go to St. Pete, you're going to the beach. You're not going to a Rays game. And I love playing for the Tampa Bay Rays. I just know Orlando could do better.
Johnny, you mentioned some of the great baseball talent that's come through Orlando. I'm curious, who's the greatest Central Florida born and bred baseball player? Is it you? Is it AJ? Is it Zach Greinke? Or maybe it's the Rocket Tim Raines. Who is it?
Well, I would probably say it's me. If you look at my stats, I mean, 56th all time in hits, 32nd in runs scored. I would say Zach Greinke's probably the best pitcher. But there's also some talent that went to Stetson. We had Jake DeGrom. AJ Brzezinski was great. Jason Varitek was great. They are all great. Ricky Weeks, Brian Barber, Danny Maselli, they're all great because they're from our hometown. You know, it gets people excited to watch baseball when you have a local talent stepping out there and doing their stuff on the biggest stage, just like I did when I was with Boston and New York, but also with my other teams like Kansas City. But winning World Series and having an entire city behind you, it's tremendous. And that's why I want to bring a Major League team to the city that I call home, a city that I love, a city that I will be here forever.
Johnny, before we let you go, that was a great speech, by the way. I'm all on board with you bringing baseball to Orlando. Before we let you go, it is the night before or the day before opening day. Even after you're retired, do you still get excited about opening day?
Well, I would be lying to you. I get jitters on opening day because it's the start of a new season. But I get excited for playoff baseball. I mean, that's where it comes down to. The only definites that we know that's going to happen this year in Major League Baseball is the Dodgers are going to make the playoffs. Everyone else, they have to battle, because the American League East, I mean, they had 3 teams make the playoffs last year. It's always going to be a tough division. A lot of championships have come from there in the past 30 years. But one thing for sure, the Dodgers are stacked. And unless we can put a team from Orlando together, I think we can take them.
There you go. Johnny Damon, the great Johnny Damon, joins us today. We always appreciate hearing from one of Orlando's greatest all-time athletes. Johnny, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck, and bring Major League Baseball to Orlando, please.
Let's do it. Thank you, guys.
There you have it, Johnny Damon.
They have a watch party coming up in Winter Garden.
Who does?
The Orlando Baseball Group for opening day.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's at the brewery that's down there.
Oh, the Crooked Can.
Crooked Can. I love Crooked Can beer.
Me too. I love it. Yeah.
In fact, Crooked Can, if you're listening, I drink your beer all the time. Okay? Have a radio show. You're picking up what I'm putting down. More Game On coming up right after this. Your texts and our daily coach quote of the day.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Let me put this in sports terms. Retirement planning is a lot like the shot clock. You think you've got plenty of time, you're dribbling around, running the offense, and then all of a sudden you look up and there's 5 seconds left and you're not ready. That's why I finally went to Trajan Wealth and had them look at what I was doing. I thought I was in pretty good shape, honestly. But when they walked me through everything, investments, taxes, income planning for retirement, they showed me some opportunities I was missing and a few things I could be doing a lot smarter, especially when it comes to taxes down the road. What I liked was there was no sales pitch. They just explained my options and helped me build a real plan. That's the difference. They're fiduciaries, so they have to put your interests first. I'm a client now, and I feel like I'm actually have a strategy instead of just hoping everything works out in the fourth quarter. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule that free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The City Beautiful now has a pro volleyball squad that we can all rally behind. The MLV champs, the Orlando Valkyries. Fast, loud, flying above the net, non-stop entertainment. Professional women's volleyball is one of the best live sports that is out there. And we've got a game head section that you can be a part of. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and we'll see if we can get you a seat on us. Bring the friends, bring the family, bring the noise, and head coach Amy Pauley will bring the dubs. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team.
Crews working on an accident, Orange Blossom Trail southbound after Central Florida Parkway. It's going to be a slow ride. 2 right lanes there are blocked. Florida Turnpike northbound between 33 and 470. Another crash blocking the left lane, and slow ride right now I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Allstate.
It's time to bet, win, and connect in 2026. If you think you know the market better than your friends and peers, Better Edge is the place to profit off of that advantage. Better Edge is a social betting marketplace trusted by over 35,000 bettors, including me. Better Edge is where I first discovered that you can actually churn a profit betting on sports. With the best odds and prices anywhere in the market, it's a no-brainer for sharp sports bettors. Use the promo code BeatBrandon at sign-up for $20 upon your first arrival. It's BetterEdge.com or the Better Edge app.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
Watch the best cornhole players in the world compete for the crown at the ACL Kansas City Signature Open. After intense competition, the top 4 players go head-to-head on ESPN2. Doubles airs Saturday, March 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Singles airs Sunday, March 29th at 6 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss the action as the game's best battle for the title. The ACL Kansas City Signature Open, all on ESPN2.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships. It's something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best, and they really support that, and it means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're a family, not a sales target. Visit us in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia for diamonds with integrity.
Staples has hundreds of great ways to boost your brand, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through April 18th and save up to $125 on all your custom prints. Staples, that was easy.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-511-3535, 800-511-3535, or biglou.com.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I know nothing about glizzies. I don't know any Cardi B songs. I don't know, what's the guy singing the national anthem?
Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth. Never heard of him.
Cardi B is very funny. Very, she's very funny. You should give her a follow on your TikTok.
What? What are you talking about? I don't even know how to get on TikTok. Can you get on it on your laptop? Because I've tried. I've tried to get on the TikTok machine on my laptop, and it won't let me. It says I have to be on my phone. I don't want to be on my phone. I want to be on my laptop.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeart Radio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
What's up, everybody? This is Emmitt Smith.
Smith up the middle. Bounces at the 10. To the 5, cut to the right, cut to the left. Oh, no! Emmitt Smith.
You're listening to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
What's up, everybody? This segment brought to you by Dynamic Garage Door. You can call Darren and Jackie today. Experience the difference that local service makes. Strong, reliable, family-owned. Need some motivation. Wait, before you click that. So I asked Johnny Damon in the last segment, what is it that goes on at this building downtown?
Yes, if he went in the office. You ain't Johnny Damon.
I didn't mean daily. I just meant like, have you been there? What's happening? And I appreciate, look, I got the shirt on today. I'm not anti-Orlando baseball. I have been the most pro bring baseball to this town guy that there is. I'm just curious what they're doing.
As somebody from the Dreamers told me yesterday, you are Ebenezer Kravitz, is what you are.
I'm getting tweets from people yesterday. Man, you got to get on board.
Yeah,
like I'm not.
get on
it's not
board.
that I'm not on board. I'm just asking a question. There's a new office that opened up, and I don't know what they're doing.
Their headquarters.
For what?
It's where they brainstorm all their ideas, the promotions, calling dignitaries throughout the league.
Where they made that
Rob
shirt you're wearing.
Is this a 9 to 5, or are we just? It's like a meetup. Couldn't they do this?
Why don't you
at like
show
a
up?
bar?
Why don't you show up at the Crooked Can
I
for their
might.
viewing
The
party?
manager texted in,
Yeah.
and we're gonna become great friends.
I used to live in Winter Garden. Crooked Can was one of my hangouts.
High Stepper is my favorite beer, so I'm with you guys. Yeah, simpatico.
I sneak Miller Lights in there.
No, Mike. The manager is listening. Let's get to our coach quote.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and today's is about specialization from a man that I know you looked up to, Mike. Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times.
There you go. Got to get it perfect. You have to get it perfect. Line up and do it again, as our old high school football coach, Phil Breeden, would say. Line up and do it again.
It does go against what a lot of athletes at the top level will tell you. I've heard Mahomes say it. I've heard Steph Curry say it, and other athletes of that ilk.
What?
That you're better off as a youngster playing a variety of sports. So maybe that's not a direct correlation to what the quote is, but the quote from Bruce Lee, I think, is factual. That you are most dangerous when you hone in on one thing and you just become great at that thing, and you don't worry about you don't worry about knowing 10,000 kicks. You know one kick better than anybody on the planet. That's what really separates you.
How do you think Vince Lombardi became Vince Lombardi? The old Green Bay sweep. Just pitch that ball to Paul Hornung and pitch it right, pitch it left. They knew how to block it, and boom.
That's right.
Run the daylight, baby. Run the daylight.
That is one quote that I do not abide by.
But
I would love to get to that point where I'm the guy that is great at one singular thing, and that's what I do every day. Chop wood, carry water, but I am the jack of all trades, master of none.
That's why you're the hardest working man in sports media.
But one day, I'm going to have one thing that I'm really good at, and that's all people are going to know me for. But for now,
I think you're
really good at this.
I think you're pretty good at betting.
I think you're really good at sports.
You guys just
talk
named
radio.
two separate things. This is my point. We got to focus. We got to focus. Stay focused.
Then line up and do it again.
That's right. Kick. All right. We have a text question that we're going to get to around the corner here, and a brand new game show that, if it goes well, will become a weekly feature on this show. We love new segments, and we will debut one in 60 seconds.
To Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Welcome back to the show. Game On across the Sunshine State, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee. Thanks for making us part of your afternoon. You can hit us up on the iHeart Radio Talkback. You can also text us at 50857. Let your voice be heard. We have a new game show that we're going to debut here in a couple of seconds. Text on the Mills Air text line. Kravitz, you are so negative about Orlando getting an MLB team. The question is why?
He just wants to know what goes on in the office.
Thank you. Mike's tired of me repeating myself on this. I am not negative about Orlando getting a baseball team at all. I have grown much more pessimistic as far as it being a reality. I think that we are all dreaming, pun intended, at this point. I wish it wasn't the case. I think getting a baseball team would be the biggest thing that could happen to this town in a sports sense.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than football.
Listen to this text from Baldwin Park, Chad, real quick. Rage. What the heck? Why in the heck is nobody talking about this? The greatest golfer of all time is finally returning to professional competition tonight. His first time in over a year and a half. That's right. Tiger Woods is stepping back in the spotlight for the TGL Finals with his Jupiter Lynx team. After battling multiple surgeries, the 15-time major champion is back in action. Guys, where's the coverage? We're talking Tiger Woods comeback to competitive golf. Must-see TV, exclamation point. Baldwin Park, Chad.
We do not care. We do not. We don't. You're right. I saw this from ESPN's account. It said, "I'm back," with a picture of Tiger Woods. I thought, is it April 1st? He's playing Topgolf tonight. What are you talking about? Who cares? This, by the way, this is me being negative.
This TGL.
It's the same thing. It's Topgolf. You got a video screen. You're hitting balls. No one's watching. No one cares.
At least Topgolf, aren't you hitting like a real ball onto?
Well, they're hitting a real ball. They're just hitting it onto a projector screen. Actually, in some respects, Topgolf is actually more difficult than what they're doing.
Yeah, more real golf.
More real.
Right.
Because you're actually hitting into air.
Right.
Not a projector screen.
Exactly.
Come on. Okay, so I have recently become a stocks guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it today because it's not gone well for me early on.
Well, it's not gone well for anybody lately.
Yeah. I think I got in at the wrong time.
Yeah, you got to. When the Iran war starts and the price of gas skyrockets, everything else goes down.
My Five Below stock is taking a hit. So I decided that
Five Below is now 10 Below.
Very true. This is why Mike is going to be the star of this new segment. I have decided to turn my tragedy into triumph with a new segment called Bianchi Stocks. We're going to see if we can get Bianchi to buy some stocks in the sports world. Okay, you're going to act like you're a trader here on Wall Street. Okay? I'm going to tee up some things going on in the sports world. Let's see if we can get you to buy the stock.
Okay.
What a beautiful way to start the Major League Baseball season. Wednesday night, Giants Yankees on Netflix. Are we buying stock on Major League Baseball this season? Hot off the red hot WBC.
Oh, I'm buying a ton of it. This is the year.
On the market.
This is the year the Bulldog gets back into the game of baseball. I'm going to rediscover the game of my youth. After all, baseball was my favorite sport as a kid. The Dodgers were my team with Ron Say, Steve Garvey, Steve Yeager, all the great Dodgers of the past. And, of course, I was all area's second team in baseball, Gainesville Sun. So, yeah, I'm rediscovering the game, and I'm buying tons of stock. Bear market.
You know who?
Or bull market.
You know who my favorite Jaeger is?
Jägermeister.
Cinderella might be on life support in the NCAA tournament, but the games have been pretty great. We have phenomenal games to look forward to. Very plush landscape in the Sweet 16, even though our precious state of Florida teams are also knocked out. Are we buying stock on this new age of the NCAA tournaments where Cinderellas are teams like Texas and Iowa?
There are no Florida teams left, so I'll just eliminate that. But you know what? I'm buying. It doesn't matter to. I just like to watch the games. They're exciting. They come down to the final buzzer. You recognize, and let's face it, college basketball has always been more about the coaches than the players. The coaches are kind of the stars in college basketball. And look at all the big name coaches.
Huge.
Look at all the big name coaches and big name programs you have. So why wouldn't you be excited about it?
I think people like having that one story that slips through a school where you go, where are they from? Who are these people? You know, it looks like a guy that just skipped his science class to come and hit a three-pointer for Loyola Chicago. And we're missing that. And it looks like it's not coming back based on the way college basketball is. Travis Kelce signed a lucrative deal to remain with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is it time to buy stock on Travis Kelce's tight end resurgence?
Oh, no.
Sell.
No, I'm selling that. No. The Chiefs, to me, are going down the tubes right now.
Isn't this so? Let me ask a question as a guy who's newly into stocks. Isn't this the time to buy on the Chiefs because
they're low right now?
Maybe you sell on Travis Kelce. I'm with you on that. But buy on the Chiefs because people are down on the Chiefs. This is when you buy that stock that is trustworthy.
You don't want no. You don't. No, that would be like that would
like
be
if Apple takes a hit, you buy Apple.
That would be like that would be like Blockbuster stocks way down. Okay, let's buy it now. No, it's not coming back.
You think Kansas City is more Blockbuster than Apple?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is still hurt. Kelsey's old.
They have Justin Fields now. What do they need Mahomes
and
for?
They do. I mean, Andy Reid. How much time does he have left? Nah, this team's going. This team's going nowhere.
Felt like a great buy low. All right, here's a buy low opportunity. Jamal Mosley has the look and feel of a man whose days could be numbered. Is now a good time to buy low on Jamal Mosley stock?
Are the Magic going to be healthy soon?
I don't know. Does anybody?
You know what? This would be one of those stocks you'd sort of roll the dice. If you're a gambling man, like I know you are, Krabs.
No, I like having a hot hand in the dice game.
This would be like a penny stock, all right? You buy it, and maybe you buy it for 5 cents, and maybe it's $50 by the time the season's over, all right? Because you buy I'm buying, by the way. You buy that Jamal Mosley stock, all right, for 5 cents, all right? You buy this penny stock. Suddenly Franz Wagner comes back. Suddenly Anthony Black comes back. Suddenly the Magic are healthy, and say they draw the Cavaliers or the Knicks in the first round. They pull an upset in the first round. Then what's that stock worth? Huh?
Gold. Oh, by the way, gold also down recently. Bought that too. What about your precious DraftKings stock? They've got prediction markets now. Sports betting's more popular and mainstream than ever. Are we buying DraftKings stock? An actual stock question in Bianchi stocks.
I would buy DraftKings stock right now. Absolutely, I would. Last I checked, it was in the low 20s. I don't have it right now. It's down almost 3%. It's $23 now. It's been up to like 50, and I think it's going to come back. I think it's going to come back strong. So
why do you think it went down when sports betting became more popular?
Because the
competition in the market
and the predictions market, that was a big. They made a big splash, and DraftKings plummeted. But slowly but surely, it's going to work its way back.
DraftKings tried to get into the prediction market. It's just not as good. I don't know why. Why even bother if you're not going to take it seriously? And they're their prediction market, not anywhere close to what Polymarket or Kalshi is. All right, let's wrap.
By the way, it's up almost 1% since you asked that question. So bye.
That's because people are listening to you. With more and more Gen Z and elder millennials like myself not knowing how to put anything together, should we buy stock in electricians, plumbers, and handymen?
Buy. Always buy stocks in something that AI can't replace. Okay? AI is not replacing.
That's great advice.
AI is not replacing plumbers, not replacing electricians, not replacing garbage men. So absolutely buy garbage stock. People are creating more garbage than ever. Always gonna be need for garbage.
Some people say that's what this show creates.
How do you think Wayne Huizenga became a billionaire? Garbage.
Yeah, waste management.
Right.
Up next, that was his company, right? I think that was, Yep. Up next, that, by the way, first edition of Bianchi's Stocks. If you like it, I think that was kind of fun.
I got the stocks right.
All right, and Jane got the stock sounds right. 50857, let us know if that segment was a buy, or a sell. Up next, Magic broadcaster Jeff Turner attempts to talk us off the ledge about the team. We'll get into that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
It's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Nobody likes a rebuilding year, especially not your house. And every day, Renewal by Andersen replaces builder-grade windows that aren't even 10 years old. That's like drafting a first-round bust. Florida homes need windows built to last. Acclaim Impact windows are custom-built for this climate, engineered to handle scorching heat, relentless humidity, and those howling storm winds we all know too well. Their exclusive Fibrex material is twice as strong as vinyl, so it doesn't warp or deteriorate over time. These windows are impact rated to withstand flying debris, giving you serious storm protection. They also improve energy efficiency, helping lower those summer utility bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Think of it as signing a long-term franchise contract for your home. Protection, performance, and peace of mind all in one. And right now, during the 31-day spring savings event, when you buy 2 replacement windows or doors, you'll get the third 60% off. Restrictions apply, so whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or Jacksonville, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Andersen, where comfort meets quality.
When you're buying a home, who you work with matters as much as anything else in the process. That's why you need Kevin Krager with LPT Realty on your side. Kevin doesn't just unlock doors. He brings a deep knowledge of market trends, the latest home buyer programs, and cutting-edge real estate technology. But what truly sets him apart is twofold. Kevin's strong background in construction certainly helps, and the understanding of the investment side of home buying. Any expert you talk to says that using an agent who is also an investor is the true cheat code to doing this home buying endeavor in the best possible way. Kevin knows what to look for so that you don't end up in a money pit. From foundation to roofline, he's focused on protecting your investment every step of the way. And even after closing, his service doesn't stop there. Kevin has the resources to help with repairs or any upgrades that you may need. Call Kevin Krager with LPT Realty today. Your future home will thank you.
Accident reported blocking the right lane. State Route 50 eastbound at Forsyth Road. Also, crash on Orange Blossom Trail northbound before you get to Holden Avenue. 2 right lanes there are blocked. Already heavy delays on Florida Turnpike southbound between 417 and 192. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Whoever said opposites attract was definitely talking about the new spicy menu at DQ. Spicy flamethrower chicken strip served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new spicy menu at DQ. Happy tastes good. For a limited time at participating locations.
We are the biggest stars from all genres of music that you love listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeart Radio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday night starting at 8 p.m. and listen on iHeart Radio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is the proud partner of the 2026 iHeart Radio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
Grab your gear, Central Florida. It's truck month at Don Mealy Chevrolet. Right now, you can save up to $10,000 on a new new Silverado RST. We're talking that powerful 3-liter diesel engine that's built to work as hard as you do. Looking for the ultimate family ride? Go electric in a new Chevy Equinox EV and save over $15,000. Plus, you'll never pay for a gallon of gas again. Seriously. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont today or shop online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
The world's best bull riders. 1 shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
When your garage door breaks, you don't want a call center. You want someone who actually cares. That's Dynamic Garage Door, family owned, not corporate owned. From broken springs to new garage doors, they treat every customer like family with honest pricing, on-time service, and the customer service and care you expect. No scripts, no runaround, just experienced technicians who stand behind their work. Call Darren and Jackie today and experience the difference local service makes. Dynamic Garage Door. Strong, reliable, family owned.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
Spring fashion has arrived at Macy's stores, and Macy's VIP sale is the best time to save on all of it. Come in and find our best brands like Good American, Tommy Hilfiger, and Calvin Klein, all for 25% off. Plus, beauty and fragrance from Burberry, Prada, and more is now 15% off. Or Star Rewards members can earn Star money even faster on everything else. Only at Macy's VIP sale today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
I'm Daniel Alarcon. I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel. I remember the first time I took my oldest son to an actual live soccer game, and when you step out through the concourse and you can see the field, he did like that, like a sharp intake of breath, and he said, "This is so unusual for my eyes." Oh, I love that. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer is the most important. Open your free iHeart Radio app, search The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green, and listen now.
Sunday, the Magic head to the Big Easy to take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Magic Tonight. Tip time is 7 p.m. Catch every minute right here on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app.
This is Wendell Carter Jr., the Orlando Magic. Welcome back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Big offensive board, Wendell, and he will dunk it down. And that's why you put Dell back in the game.
Now time for the latest on the Magic. Let's kick it back to the studio for the Magic Word.
Ah, yes, it is time for the magic word presented by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. Jeff Turner, former player, current broadcaster, and his face is on a shirt now. You're living the dream, Jeff.
Is this anything shirt?
That's fantastic. When did you find out that your face would be on a shirt?
Oh, the guys from Dubin texted me probably back in December and asked me what I thought, and did I think David would like it, and so I sent it to David, and we both got a big kick out of it. So we've been waiting for this, for the debut of the Is This Anything t-shirt.
That's fantastic.
That's a great feature you guys do, by the way. I love it.
It's fun. It's fun. David started that. Gosh, I think it's almost been 10 years now that we've been doing that. Just those lean years, guys, when we were just trying to entertain ourselves. So.
How often does he whip out some sort of stat from the history of the NBA that just has you going, how in the world did you ever find this?
Quite often, honestly. I was like, why? Why does your brain work like that? Like what gets you going down it? And he goes, like, he sees something and he'll just go for a long down the rabbit hole, he calls it. And he just keeps looking and looking until something clicks and everything. So it's pretty funny. It's amazing that he's been able to come up with that much content, for all these years. So it's pretty crazy.
It's a lot of games, a lot of segments. Let's get down to brass tacks. What happened last night? How was the team handling the loss? Perhaps the worst of the season.
Yeah, that was a tough one. These kind of games are the ones that you're afraid of when you walk into the building, because David and I have talked about it. You feel like you're in a no-win situation, right? If you win, you're supposed to win, right? So it's like, yeah, whatever. If it's close, well, why was it so close? And if you lose, then it's it just feels like a catastrophe, And kudos to the Pacers. They came out and they played hard. We got off to just such a poor start, and then you're playing from behind. I felt like we rallied and it turned the corner in that second quarter. We outscored them 40-25 and had a 5-point lead going into the third quarter. But that Vanderbilt Commodore, Aaron Neesmith, got loose, knocked down 5 threes, and they were right back in control.
Jeff, I think we're all probably victims of preseason expectations when it comes to the Magic. But I'm watching that game last night, watching you guys, and I'm watching the game, and I'm looking at who's on the court for the Magic, who's on the court for the Pacers, and I'm thinking to myself, the Magic roster right now with the 4 guys missing last night really isn't any better than what the Pacers had on the floor last night. Or do we just expect the Magic to be good no matter who's out there? Because I don't think that's how the NBA works.
No, it's not. And those expectations, at the beginning of the season included Franz Wagner and Anthony Black and Jonathan Isaac and Jalen Suggs, right? When you've got 2 of your starters or 2 of your bench guys are in the starting lineup, your depth is just really compromised. And going into the season, I felt like, if we could stay healthy, that's always the big thing. If you can stay healthy, you got a chance because you've got good depth. I mean, look at that Pacer team like you're talking about. They've been hurt. I mean, they've got guys, they're just walking wounded for most of the year. But last night they threw out, a bunch of guys that were a part of that NBA Finals team last year. Good players, Siakam and Neesmith, Nembhard, all terrific. C.J. McConnell coming off the bench, Obi Toppin. Those guys were big key contributors to that Finals run last year. So, I kind of had the same feeling. I felt like they were a little healthier than we were last night. And, I felt like once they were at a point where, we can win this game, they just turned it up a notch too. It just all came together. It's not a game we should have ever let get to that point. You've got to come out from the very beginning and be ready to play that one. And we weren't playing from behind, most of the game. It's just one of the. It seems like it happens every season, though, guys. There's a game. I remember when I was playing, there would be games. That year we went 41-41 and just barely missed the playoff on a tiebreaker. We had like 2 games in March that we let get away. It would have been the difference. So it's just tough to handle.
I was listening to Jake Chapman yesterday on the pregame show with Brandon here, and he was talking about, hey, everybody's waiting for the cavalry to return and rescue the Magic, talking about the injured players. And Jake essentially said, hey, maybe the cavalry's not coming. You're just going to have to make do with this. Do we know that the cavalry's coming? Do we know that Franz is going to be back or Anthony Black? What do you know, Jeff?
Well, we don't know anything for sure. I don't. They're very. The team, really protects the players with the injury information. What I just go by when I start seeing guys around, right? They're around the team, and it just feels like they're close. So my feeling is that we will get Franz back before the end of the season. I don't know about AB. I'm hoping Jalen. It's just an illness, and we can go from there. Hopefully he's not going to be out too long. But Jake's right. You have to play with what you got. But it's a shame because we had such good chemistry on that 7-game winning streak. Things were going well. We had a nice constant rotation. Things were going. We were playing at a high level, and then just kind of gotten a little sideways here over the last 5.
It's a Peacock game tonight. Does that mean that Jeff Turner and David Steele have the night off, or do we have a local broadcast too?
No local broadcast.
No.
I knew
David
Mike was going to lose
David Steele and Jeff Turner and Dante Marcatelli are all in Orlando. Going to be watching just like you.
All right, well, enjoy it. Jeff Turner, Magic broadcaster. You can catch him on FanDuel Sports Network when Peacock isn't carrying the games. Thanks so much, Jeff.
Okay, guys.
Always appreciate his visit. Papaya. Oh, man, we should have asked him for a papaya. Up next, big-time deals still going down in the NFL. Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com on the hotline next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
This is your Tools Ace Hardware assist of the night. Paolo Banchero headed to the 3-point buffet for some food.
Magic snapping it around now. Paolo steps in, clean look for 3. Banchero rolling on the long ball tonight. That's his 4th make on 7 tries. Keep feeding the big fella.
If you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor. 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night and your best stop before the game. Go to toolsacehardware.com and go Magic.
This message is for all you couples out there, because when one of you isn't feeling great, energy, performance, or confidence, it affects both of you. At Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, they've got treatments that help both men and women reconnect. For the guys, there's shockwave therapy and the P-Shot, natural, non-surgical ways to boost performance and blood flow in the bedroom. For women, they offer shockwave therapy and Emcella, therapies that improve comfort, sensitivity, and pelvic strength post-menopause. It's all medical, all natural, and it really works. Dr. John Carrizzella and his team know this isn't just about physical performance. It's about restoring confidence and connection. If you and your partner want to feel like your best selves again, together, start here. Go to hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. That's hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Saturday, March 28th, the PFL brings 2 massive middleweight fights to Pittsburgh. Former middleweight world champion Johnny Eblen takes on Brian the Butcher Battle. And Pittsburgh's own Dalton Rasta takes on former champ Impa Kasanganai. Don't miss the action Saturday, March 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.
We talk a lot about the diamonds at International Diamond Center, but did you know that over half of our showroom is dedicated to fashion jewelry, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, rings?
A woman comes in, it might not be her statement piece that she wears every day, but for a night out with friends, she wants to find that piece that truly shows her character and her taste.
IDC's Ryan McMahon says he loves seeing women come in and treat themselves.
And they deserve it. Every lady should have multiple pieces of jewelry that make her feel confident and happy when she wears it.
Colored gemstones, mixed metal styles, stackable pieces, bold looks, IDC has it all from the world's premier designers.
Our fashion pieces, they don't just sit stagnant. They're constantly changing out. We always have our thumb on the pulse of the industry. When you come into one of our stores, you see all of the latest looks that you'll see on any TV program, magazine, you name it.
Find the perfect piece of jewelry for any occasion, or no occasion at all, at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations.
We've been duped, hoodwinked, conned for 50 years. The lawn care industry sold us toxins in a bag and made our yards more toxic than a bad relationship. Sunday helps you ditch the chemicals and feed your lawn the good stuff. Soybean proteins, iron, seaweed, molasses. Ingredients that get your soil giggling like an overserved mom at the block party. Sunday uses clean ingredients and real science for thicker, greener grass. Order today and get your custom Sunday yard plan for the season ahead. Sunday, for a smarter, healthier yard. GetSunday.com.
This is it, Orlando. Brackets are busting, upsets are brewing, and the road to the College Hoops Championship is heating up. Catch every second at Stadium Club, Orlando's most immersive sports bar with 360-degree game time viewing. Fuel your crew with game day food and drink specials, play in our sports simulators, and jam with our DJ. Plus, parking is free. Don't just watch the tournament, feel the energy, and live the excitement of every bucket. Reserve your seat now on Open Table or at stadiumclub.com.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers-only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
All we talk about is the play, not the pay. I think that's the difference. I think that's the reason why we're seeing this surge. There's not this obsession with how much is this player worth, how much are they getting paid. If they don't play, how much are they getting paid not to play? All these different things, the Darren Peterson saga with, well, I don't want to, my hammy. All that is null and void. The international play that we have seen in this spike in popularity and this trend that every league is going to, how can we make this country versus country? I think it represents the purity of sports that has largely been lost, and it is just winning for the sake of winning, and people appreciate that. That's my theory.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeart Radio app.
We'll start with hoops where the Magic ride a 5-game skid into Cleveland tonight. Orlando's playing a back-to-back after they lost to last-place Indiana. Buccaneers linebacker Levante David has hung up his helmet. He's announcing his retirement today after 14 seasons all in Tampa. And Tiger Woods, he's returning from back surgery, playing today in match 2 of the TGL final with his Jupiter Lynx team. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com. Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. He's the Sultan of Salary, our very own sports financial guru. When athletes get paid, he's our go-to guy. He's Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com.
Mike Giannetti, our go-to sports financial expert, the best in the business. You can find his work over at SpotTrack.com and check out that SpotTrack podcast weekly for full breakdowns of everything going on in the sports world. Mike, just when you thought you were in the clear, some big signings coming down this week. I imagine, just knowing the way that you are, you probably saw JSN and Travis Kelce on the horizon. Would I be right about that?
Yeah, for sure. I'm kind of surprised there's not a few others that have compounded. Honestly, there's some baseball money kind of moving around a little bit here too. So it's a fun week. It's kind of one of those things I can sit back and enjoy a little bit more than some of the chaos we've had with free agency lately.
Baseball money still moving around. The season's starting tomorrow.
That's a 12-month sport too. You just don't hear about it every day like the NFL. But yeah, big Phillies extension, and it sounds like Pete Crow Armstrong getting some 22-year-old cash in Chicago soon here.
Wow. So how early did they get this done with JSN compared to when teams typically stretch out these negotiations to? He's entering year 4. He was a first-round pick, so you still have that fifth-year option and all of that. They just said, screw it. We'll just get way ahead of this and then not deal with the typical diva wide receiver, which it doesn't even seem like he is. But how far ahead of schedule are they?
Well, if it were the Cowboys, we'd be 3 years away.
That's what I was thinking.
from this conversation, right? But it's as early as humanly possible. He just became extension eligible at the end of the regular season here. Obviously peaked, heading towards that eligibility. So this is a well-deserved top-of-the-market contract in many respects, not all respects, but pretty good coin for just turned 24 years old last month receiver who is he's going to walk through 3-4 years fully guaranteed here and then double dip again before he's even 30 years old. It's a pretty nice setup for him.
Travis Kelce inked an extension with the Chiefs. Most of us thought that he might retire. A 3-year deal, but there's got to be some major fluff on this because I don't think anybody actually believes he has 3 years left.
Yeah, you've been dealing with me for a long time here. That one made me laugh out loud when I saw 3 years, $54 million reported on that one. So I'd already been privy to some of the numbers. I knew this was a 1-year, $12 million contract. That is what it is. There's $3 million of incentives to make it about $15 million total if the Chiefs turn back into the superstar contenders we know they can be. But there's void years and all sorts of gymnastics happening those past couple of years. He's never going to see a salary. This appears to be the swan song season for Travis Kelce at about $12 million.
Mike, I don't know how much you follow college basketball coaching salaries, but the Gators, who got eliminated from the tournament, they're about to give Todd Golden another extension, which will probably push him up to $8-9 million a year. Why would a college coach, like there's talk that Golden might go to the NBA someday, why would a college coach who signs a long-term $8 or $9 million a year contract in college, why would he go to the NBA? Do NBA coaches make that much? I don't think they do they?
Yeah, that's about the going rate, about that 7-8 mark. There's some coaches well over $10 million. If you're Steve Kerr's of the world, I know Popovich was at closer to 12 to 15 based on some incentives in his contract. And my answer might surprise you, but I actually think there's more stability in the NBA than in college sports right now. So, maybe the same kind of money, maybe a little bit nicer setup and a little bit less chaos in terms of roster turnover and things like that. It just feels like everybody, coaches and players, He's playing for their gig, for their job every single week in college sports right now, which, it has some excitement to it, but man, it's got to be so unsettling from the back end right now.
Also, it was announced today Levante David, the great linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is retiring. What does that do for the Bucs as far as cap and all of that stuff?
Yeah, he had some void years that have vested already, but this is a player. This was expected. I think maybe even 1 year past where they expected he'd get to. He still played at a high level right to the end. Pretty cool to see a guy go 14 years with one franchise. We don't see that much anymore, and it's just under $104 million earned for an off-ball linebacker. That's pretty impressive stuff for a player of his abilities coming out of the second round 14 years ago.
We're talking to Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com. Where are we in WNBA negotiations? Are things going well? Is they look for a new? Did they finish that?
Yep,
they did.
Totally missed that. All right,
yeah,
so things are going well then.
Seemingly well. Yeah, they appear to just have agreed to ratify this thing. That happened literally late last night, early this morning. It's
okay, I don't feel as bad as I did 2 seconds ago, but okay, that's good.
Yeah, you slept on it. Sounds like the salary cap's $7 million. Gigantic step forward. We've got maximum salaries at $1.4 million, which is about 500% north. Average salaries at around $600,000. We're talking about me 6 months ago. Referencing Caitlin Clark's salary at $70,000. We're not going to have those conversations anymore. This is really an appropriation move. We'll see if it's sustainable, but certainly it's a big step forward for a league that deserves it right now.
And even for the players that step in, if you have big stars in college that aren't getting that second contract, are those individuals, like if Caitlin Clark was drafted tomorrow, what would be her contract?
Yeah, right around this $600,000 per year mark, right? Is the going rate for the rookie wage scale.
So that's a minimum. That's a minimum salary.
Yeah, no, that'd be her 4 years, her fourth year salary, right? So we're talking about probably $300 to $350 on the minimum scale. They still haven't worked out that wage completely based on the last ratification strategy here, but it's just a huge step forward. What was $50,000 to $60,000 on the first year minimum is now going to be $250,000 to $300,000. It's just a great news.
That's amazing. That's life changing money. You go from making $50,000 a year to $300,000 a year. That's a different lifestyle. Major League Baseball starting back up tomorrow. The sport is booming in popularity again. World Baseball Classic has people all excited. The rule changes from a couple of years ago. People have a team to hate on in the Dodgers. You've got great stars. All of this stuff. And then what do we have looming at the end of the year? A potential lockout. Will this sport ever learn its lesson, Mike?
That's so well put. It does seem like a lot of things are clicking right now. They know that. They know what's happening here. I don't imagine we'll have an actual lockout, but there's for sure going to be some sweeping changes to the financial structure. I don't know that the word salary cap will get involved officially, but some sort of top and bottom floor ceiling will happen before it's all said and done. I can't agree with you more, though. We've got, expensive teams contending. We've got really star players on some of the bottom feeder teams who could be possible contenders. This could be a great year to platform into a CBA. Hopefully they don't screw up in the back end.
Yeah, amen to that. Mike Giannetti, our go-to sports financial analyst, the best in the game. Go visit his website, SpotTrack.com, on Twitter at SPOTRAC, and you can download that SpotTrack podcast as well. Thanks so much, Mike. Enjoy the start of baseball season.
Okay, thanks.
Mike Giannetti, one of the bigger baseball fans that I know. I know he's pumped up. Also, we've got spring football starting up, coming up this weekend. The United Football League gets going in just a couple of days. Mike Rapoli, a fine Italian man, joining the show at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. You don't want to miss that. Your texts, your talkbacks on the way after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I always talk about culture when it comes to sports teams. It's sort of a buzzword. The good organizations, the ones that win year after year, they have a culture. Well, Trajan Wealth has a culture, too. The founder, Jeff Jr., is a Marine veteran, and he runs the company with that Marine Corps code, Semper Fi, always faithful, always faithful to your financial future. And after meeting with them and becoming a client, I can tell you that's not just a slogan. They're disciplined, they communicate, they explain things, and they build a real plan for you. They treated me like family, and that meant a lot when I was trying to figure out if I was really ready for retirement and whether I was doing the right things. Call Trajan Wealth today. 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The City Beautiful now has a pro volleyball squad that we can all rally behind. The MLV champs, the Orlando Valkyries. Fast, loud, flying above the net, non-stop entertainment. Professional women's volleyball is one of the best live sports that is out there. And we've got a game head section that you can be a part of. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and we'll see if we can get you a seat on us. Bring the friends, bring the family, bring the noise, and head coach Amy Pauley will bring the dubs. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team.
Kind of a mess on the roadways this evening. Accident blocking the right lane, I-4 westbound at Dirksen Drive. Also, expect heavy delays. I-4 westbound as well. Before World Drive, there's a crash there blocking the right lane. And 1792 southbound approaching Oak Ridge Road. Another crash blocking the right lane. See traffic troubles. Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
When choosing an engagement ring, the diamond is important, but just as important, the ring itself, the setting, the look. She doesn't want ordinary. She wants something that she's dreamed about her whole life, something that reflects her style and personality. And that's where International Diamond Center comes in. IDC is the only jeweler here that carries all the top bridal designers, rings that other stores aren't even allowed to offer, thousands to choose from. An IDC ring is unlike any other. Artistic, innovative design, handcrafted precision, exceptional detail and quality. And to complete the look, no other jeweler has our selection of dazzling diamonds. Whether you're looking for a scintillating natural diamond or an eye-catching lab-grown diamond, IDC's experts can show you all the options. So there's no compromise. At IDC, we have all the tools to create the ring of her dreams. No compromises, no cut corners, nothing short of perfection. In a world filled with ordinary, for this once-in-a-lifetime moment, choose extraordinary. Choose International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millenia.
If you want your windows there and Reese, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming in an epic global gaming league video game showdown. 4 rounds, multiple games, 1 winner, plus a halftime performance by multi-platinum artist Travie McCoy. Watch all the action and see who wins and advances to the championship match against Neo right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long. Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpest.com.
Follow The Game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings. Like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girl! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
The March tournament brings volatility, upsets, and momentum shifts. With Webull predictions, you can trade strategic positions on college basketball outcomes. React to matchups and assess probabilities as the tournament unfolds. Whether your bracket is busted or you're on the way to the top of your leaderboard, bring your strategy to your trades in real time. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Event contract trading is speculative and may not be suitable for all investors. Customers should carefully consider the associated risk before investing. Visit Webull.com/disclosures.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Dynasties are built over time through hard work, and so are car dealerships. That's why I want to tell you about Don Mealy Chevrolet out in Claremont. For more than 50 years, this family-owned dealership has served Central Florida. Don built it. His son Jay runs it today, hands-on and accessible. He even gives customers his own personal email address. They also invest in the next generation, proudly supporting local youth sports organizations throughout Central Florida. And right now, it's Truck Month at Don Mealy Chevy. Get this, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado RST. We're talking that powerful 3-liter diesel engine that's built to work as hard as you do. Looking for the ultimate family ride? Go electric in a new Chevy Equinox EV and save over $15,000. Plus, you'll never pay for a gallon of gas again. How good is that? Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont today or shop online at DonMealyChevy.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer Harrison with the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, and you're listening to Game On with Bianchi Kravitz.
Guys, I would be raging so hard right now if I'd have won those tickets yesterday. So I just want to thank you guys for not awarding me those tickets so I didn't have to see that debacle. But I was just thinking, draft is coming up. I mean, that's what we're looking forward to now, the draft. No playoffs. Maybe we get the play in. We ain't going nowhere. So the draft. What do you think the chances are that we get Florida's own Thomas Howell?
How? Pretty good. Yeah. He's supposed to go in the early teens. Yeah. If the Magic fall out of the play-in, the chances are good. If they make the playoffs or even make the final play-in game, I don't love their chances. So they'll be on the fence.
To get who?
Tommy Howell.
Thomas Howell.
By the way, when you look at the standings for the Magic, it isn't it crazy that this team could end up in the 9-10 play-in game, where if you lose, you're out. If you win, you have to play another play-in game.
Right.
Against either the Hornets, the Heat, the Sixers, who may or may not have Joel Embiid, the Hawks, who've smoked the Magic. But there's no guarantee anymore. We have really reversed course in a couple of days. We went from, the 5 seed to
maybe the 4.
I'm not sure.
Maybe the 4. Remember we were talking about the 4 at one point?
You were talking about the 4. I was never sold on the 4. Yeah. But the Magic might not even make the playoffs at this point.
Although Jeff Turner, when he was on, he doesn't know for sure because, they're not exactly sharing injury information, but he had a vibe that he thinks the Franz is going to be back before the end of the regular season. Just his gut feeling. That's what Jeff Turner said.
He's got an insider's gut, so
that's right.
Maybe he knows a little something.
Yeah.
On the text line at 50857, somebody said, and don't forget, Wayne Huizenga sold Blockbuster to Viacom in 1994 for a cool $8.4 billion. Talk about perfect timing.
Yeah, I'll say.
Netflix was just around the corner selling DVDs. Remember how Netflix started? You would order a DVD, and then you'd watch it, and then you would mail it back, and then they'd send you another DVD.
I still have one. Never gave it back, and they stopped asking for them back, so I still have it.
They said, yeah, we're okay, Jay.
And Blockbuster could have bought Netflix and said, nah, we don't believe in your business.
Nah, come on. People keep coming in. They're rewinding the tapes. When they don't, we charge them more.
It's like the newspaper business. It's internet stuff. Ain't going anywhere. People want that. They want to hold that newspaper when they're sitting on the throne.
Oh, man. Hey, a really good point brought up by someone on the text line. Thanks for keeping us honest. The Magic don't have their first-round pick anyway because they traded it to get Desmond Bain.
Yeah.
Good point. Somebody said on here, BK and Bianchi, no sense crying over spilt milk. This is what the Magic do to its fans. They cause strife and stress. They're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Very curious to see how tonight goes.
They're like a box of chocolates with half of them eaten, gone. Just that little blank paper.
Here's a question: when you get the box of chocolates and you don't look at the
diagram,
the key, when it tells you which chocolate shape is what, were you the most disappointed? Where you bite into it and you go, come on, that's not the one I wanted. For me, it's if there's cherry or something in it.
Like a chocolate-covered cherry, yeah.
I don't like when chocolate and fruit mix. I like those two things separate.
Yeah, I always look for the peanut butter-shaped one because there's some peanut butter in there.
Well, I mean, what a marriage. It could be the best combination. Better than Kobe and Shaq. Better than peanut butter and jelly is the peanut butter and chocolate. This from John Rothstein of CBS Sports. UCF's Johnny Dawkins will receive a contract extension after leading the Knights to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2019.
So they heard us.
Official terms TBD.
They heard us.
They said, hey, you're not going to do any better than this.
Yeah.
Happy for Johnny.
We've been talking about Johnny, by the way, was at I saw him at the Alex Martin's induction in the Magic Hall of Fame yesterday.
By the way, halftime show of the Magic radio broadcast, Jake Chapman interviewed Alex Martins live at the arena. And if you want a fresh perspective on what Alex means and what it means to him to be inducted, it was a really cool interview, a really nice chat.
What did he say?
He talked about how when he started, he just wanted to be involved. He never once dreamed of being in the Hall of Fame, but then talked about the thing that he takes the most pride in is, I guess, the Orlando Magic as an organization have been voted for years as one of the best places to work in sports. And that's what he takes the most pride in. They've got several people that have been working there since the beginning of the inaugural season. And it goes to show just how, I mean, I know that people get frustrated and nobody wants to hear this when the team is losing, but inside the walls of the building, people that work there love working there.
It's a great place to work. Absolutely.
So that's what he takes the most pride in. More Game On coming up in a moment. Mike Rapoli, co-owner of the UFL, joins the show in 60 seconds.
Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Welcome back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. As you know, we love covering state of Florida sports, local sports, and we have a big historic moment coming up in Orlando this weekend. The Orlando Storm set to make their debut this Sunday, March 29th. That's this Sunday at Entering Co Stadium against the Columbus Aviators. Kickoff 8 p.m. For ticket information, go to theufl.com. That's theufl.com. Let's welcome in the owner of the United Football League, an Orlando resident himself, a UCF booster as well. He is Mike Rapoli. Mike, thanks so much for joining us today, and how fired up are you about the Storm's inaugural game on Sunday?
Well, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Brandon. I'm excited. It's going to be a big weekend overall with 4 games this weekend, but Sunday night, ESPN, the Orlando Storm on national TV. I think this is big for the United Football League, but this is big for the city of Orlando, the community. Mike, me and you have talked about, UCF being, more people would know it if it was called the University of Orlando. And, but I'll say I'm going to be at the game, but what a proud moment if you don't get a chance to go to the game, to put on ESPN and just see Orlando Storm right there and on national TV, and having our city showcased across the United States is a pretty cool feeling.
Mike, as an Orlando and yourself, why was it important to have a team in this city?
Listen, I've had a home down here since 2007. I chose this place to raise my daughter when she was 5. She's now 10. We moved down here, and I'm always going to be Mike from Queens, and we got St. John's basketball in the Sweet 16. But at the end of the day, my daughter's, this is my home. This is where my parents live now. I just think that Orlando is ready for primetime sports. We have the Magic here. We have UCF football. We have Orlando City. We have the women's soccer team that's done great. But you know what? This was the perfect city. And when I came down here, Orlando is already is getting bigger and better city. And I wanted to help the community, and bringing a pro football team down here. And honestly, just that the game is on ESPN is just so important to me. And I'm really excited about the Orlando Storm on TV. I wanted to be part of this community. I wanted to make this a bigger area. Maybe it's Orlando Storm today, and then maybe it's a hockey team and a baseball team in the future.
You mentioned St. John's, Rick Pitino, obviously. Have you been contributing to their NIL fund too, Mike Rapoli?
I think the question is, has anybody else been contributing to their NIL fund? But I've been. I went to St. John's, graduated in '91, and I got to know Rick when he was at Louisville and through horse racing, and I'm in my 50s. He's in his 70s now. I mean, I was a 15-year-old kid watching him coach Providence, and the right coach, the right situation. What St. John's is doing in that city is I want to see that in Orlando, whether it's with the soccer team or the Orlando Storm or UCF or the Orlando Magic. I mean, there's so many new people, Mike and Brandon, that have moved down, 2019, 20, 21. My daughter Joy has so many friends. They're from Chicago. They're from, they're from Philadelphia. They're from New York. And there's so many transplants here now that it's time to, get Orlando some sport teams and have people supporting, rooting for a new team. And, it's community. We have a relationship with Orlando Health, which we had an event today. We have small sponsors that are really big in the Orlando, Foxtails, where I get my coffee, and Jeremiah's Ice Cream, where, I've gained 10 pounds because my daughter loves ice cream, and so do I. She gets the small, and I get the large. It's not really working out for me, but, it's just part about being the community. We got DJ Khaled coming out. I want the UCF, the Rollins College, Valencia College kids coming out. I want the high school kids to come out. It's affordable. It's fun, man. Let's support Orlando. It's 5 games. It's 5 events. Let's let's have a party in downtown Orlando and Interco, for the city. I think it's going to be great.
We're talking to Mike Rapoli, co-owner of the United Football League. You mentioned DJ Khaled performing at halftime of the Storm game. And I was looking around the website. It looks like you're going to have a lot of this going on. Is this just a way to boost the interest at the start of the season, or do you plan on doing this sort of thing? I mean, you've got Nelly and Wale and all sorts of big stars that you're going to have performing across the league. Is this a one-off, or do you plan on doing this throughout the year?
Well, Brandon, I've only been a league owner 8 months longer than you. So for me, this is kind of like my preseason season. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. So for me, it's like, I think I bought a football entertainment company, and certain people are going to want to be entertained by the football, and certain people are going to want to be entertained by by the artists that we have at halftime, and certain people might want to be entertained by the mascot that we're going to announce later today. And it's going to be hard to beat Mickey Mouse as a mascot down here, but I'm going to try my best down here. So for us, it's about community, it's about family, it's about friends, it's about high school, it's about colleges, it's about it's just going to be a fun place, and you can root hard, but still go there, have a good time, and listen, if you go to a pro football game, I mean, might cost you $1,000 before you even get into the stadium. I mean, here, you can get tickets for anywhere from $10 to $40. Be sitting. I know you guys have been to some of the soccer games. I mean, for football, I mean, I think putting these pro teams that I've done across the country in smaller venues, I think football is going to play so well in this 25,000 seat arena where the fans are right on top of you. There isn't a bad seat. And you guys know the action of football. Every play, I mean, there's a hard hit, there's a great catch, there's a big run, there's a sack, there's an interception. And I think the stadium, the bigger the crowd, the better the environment and the atmosphere is going to feel. So we're excited by this.
Can I guess what the mascot is going to be?
You can, sure. I mean,
I think it's going to be a lightning, since it's the Storm. I think it's going to be a lightning bolt named Sparky.
That's a great guess. It's wrong, but it's a great guess. By the way, but I can see where you put that all together, and I got it. But it's maybe it does have something with the Storm. They basically told me this morning, by the way, because they were afraid that I was going to tell people. So and I'm trying to find out. So, and they're probably right. If I remembered it, I'd tell you right now, but I don't actually. So, but listen, it really is about listen, if you. Me and my friends just came back from San Diego, that we grew up with, and 5 of us at St. John's this weekend for the 2 games. It was so special. So I can see some 50-year-old men going there, some families going there, some college kids going there, just building a nice vibe, and go to downtown, go to the listen, hopefully you go to the stadium and start going to more soccer games, or you can start going to more restaurants and bars downtown, and try to build this community, man. I mean, listen, when I told people I moved to Orlando, the first thing they said is, "It Mickey Mouse?" And you know what? I think people just don't know how big Orlando is and how great of a city and community is. They just assume it's Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and it's a lot bigger than that. And I'm really proud to, I could have lived anywhere in the world, not just the United States, and to choose Orlando tells you what I think about this community. And I send my kid to school here. I moved my parents down here. My friends are down here, so I love the place. And hopefully this helps the community, and it's more than just a football team in this city to be.
What would have to happen this year for you guys to expand beyond 8 teams at the end of the season, and is that the plan?
Yeah, to me, Brandon, great question. I mean, I'm taking this again. Me and you have been owners for a total of 8 months, right? So I'm kind of taking this as a preseason season for me. Like, all the games are going to be played. We got Anthony Beck here as coach. I mean, Anthony is from Tampa. Anthony's done an amazing job. He used to coach St. Louis. I joke that I fired him at St. Louis and hired him the next day at Orlando, but when you own the league, you can do things like that. But I just thought he was just great for this community, and he's a great voice piece, and he's got some players. I think we got a couple of UCF players. But for me, I want to go 8 teams for this year and next, and I want to be better next year. And then I can see in maybe 28, maybe 2 new teams, 29 or 30, maybe 2 new teams. Like, I really want to have 16 teams in 2033. I mean, yeah, you guys cover sports, love sports like me. I mean, really, like, it's pro football and college football have really separated themselves from all the other sports. I mean, it's just, it's easier to follow. I mean, it's easy to follow, 10 games a year versus, baseball has 162 games, right? I mean, growing up, I used to watch every Met game. Watching a couple innings is pretty tough nowadays, to be honest with you. And I just think that football is just, especially in Florida. I mean, we have the Dolphins, and we have the Jaguars, and we have Tampa, and we have UCF, Miami, Florida State, University of Miami. I mean, it's just, and so many great football players come here. It's just such a natural fit here. But we plan on growing. I mean, I didn't. You guys know my background. I own Noble now, Body Armor, Vitamin Water. I don't, I like to buy small things or start small things, but I've always said think big, dream bigger, right? So that's what I want to do here. I want to build a big league that doesn't compete with football, complements it, but really, maybe it competes a little bit with baseball, or competes a little bit more with the NBA, or competes a little bit more with the NHL. And that part. So that's the focus right now.
Mike, a last one for you. Is there any comparison to be made between, a startup football league and a startup vitamin water business or body armor business?
Mike, that's a great question. And I have some great partners. Redbird Capital, Fox, ESPN, Danny Garcia, who's another Florida resident, by the way, The Rock, who comes down here once in a while. I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, when you're buying an established business or adding to grow an established business, it is way different than building a brand from scratch, like Vitamin Water or Noble or Junkless Protein that I have. You have to have a different mind frame. It's almost like this survival mind frame. Like, you don't know if you can make next week. You don't know if you're going to make, payroll. You have to think way differently. And I think that I was intrigued by it. And, listen, I'm one of the co-owners, but, one of the conditions is I'm in charge of the business and I run the business. And I would not have done it as an investor. And obviously I think, I have a great team. I have a family office here named Driven Capital. I have a private equity company down in Orlando called Impact Capital. I think that, I needed to run this. And why are you seeing the entertainment? It's because it's more than just football. It's family, it's fun, it's friends, and it's great football, and it's community. So we are the United Football League, and we're looking to unite people. Even if it's just 5 events a year, we're trying to do something special here. So 100%. I mean, being an entrepreneur is helping me with this league.
Mike Rapoli, he is the co-owner of the United Football League. He's the reason we have a team in this city, the Orlando Storm. They make their debut this weekend, Sunday night, entering Coe Stadium against the hated Columbus Aviators. Kickoff 8 p.m. Be there. Ticket information at theufl.com. That's theufl.com. Mike, we appreciate it. Thanks for bringing the team here.
Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. A lot of fun.
The co-owner of the United Football League, Mike Rapoli. Appreciate his visit. Bet it or forget it, coming up right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You feel that blowing in? That's the storm. No, wait. That is your air conditioning unit blowing like never before. Thanks to the folks over at Mills Air. Family owned and operated, they have provided affordable, family-friendly, expert services across Central Florida since 1992, and they've been good to me for years. They're honest, they explain what's going on, they don't try and sell you stuff that you don't absolutely need. In fact, the last technician that came to the house actually showed me how to go through the routine of cleaning out, flushing out my unit myself. That is service. Over the last 30 years, they've grown to be one of Central Florida's largest and most respected companies around. Go ahead and call Leon, call the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
Orlando, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, right there next to Claremont. Not only can you tee off on 2 stunning championship golf courses, El Campeon and Las Colinas, but you can also play pickleball, tennis, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. They're beautiful, and when the day winds down, relax at the spa or dine at one of their 4 fabulous on-site restaurants. The Sunday Champagne Brunch is a feast you will thoroughly enjoy. Mission Resort is perfect for couples, families, or anyone just looking for a little escape close to home. If you just want to come over for a day of golf, book those tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. For hotel reservations and tee times, go to missionresortandclub.com. That's missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, Central Florida's hidden gem, is just waiting for you.
Emergency crews trying to clear up a serious accident, John Young Parkway between Florida's Turnpike and Oak Ridge Road, blocking multiple lanes where John Young Parkway meets President's Drive. Looks like heavy delays through that area. Accident blocking the left lane, 436 northbound at Aloma Avenue and I-4 westbound before World Drive. Earlier accident has been clear, however, expect heavy delays through that area as well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
The biggest stars from all genres of music that you love listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday night starting at 8 p.m. and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is a proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowes.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
It all started with a bracket full of dreams. One team will cut down the nets. College hoops are in the spotlight and have everyone talking.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
Lock in Fox Sports Radio is your #1 preset on the iHeart Radio app for the hottest takes, biggest interviews, and complete coverage. Plus, binge on-demand podcast for more coverage like Good Game with Sarah Spain.
Basketball, and more basketball.
Search college basketball on the iHeart Radio app and listen now.
Members Only is brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. CoronaCigar.com.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com. This is the beat of sports.
The NFL is spending a lot of money
promoting flag football by design going towards the Olympics. They're putting a lot of money into the youth side. Their out is we fully support Team USA and putting the best players in the field. There'll never be a tryout. You know that. There'll never be a tryout. They're not going to embarrass NFL guys of getting cut, or they'll have to basically strong on their way and say, no, we're putting NFL players out there.
Now we're just babying egos.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So then you're okay by saying, let's send the best players in every sport that give us the best chance to win.
Yes.
That's not the NFL player. And it won't be
I'm
in 2
fine
years.
with that.
Okay. Oh,
I'm
I am
fine
too.
with that.
I am too.
We're really scared about hurting an NFL player's feelings if he gets cut.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't do that. No chance. I mean, guys have gotten cut from basketball, but I think it's a different approach.
Grow up. Stop being a baby.
They're not going to do that now.
The Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game, Orlando's sports leader.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeart Radio app. Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz is back. Time to see if they're ready to put their money where their mouth is. Let's get into another round of Bet It or Forget It.
Five o'clock hour rolls along, the world-famous daily segment hitting your airwaves. And now, Bet It or Forget It, brought to you by Better Edge. Listen closely. Lean into that speaker. Go ahead. Come on. Stop relying on parlays when it comes to your sports betting. Learn how to bet like the pros on the app that allows bettors to compete against each other socially. Bet it straight with prices that actually allow you to churn a profit. Use the promo code BeatBrandon and sign up for $20 upon your first arrival. That's betteredge.com or on the Better Edge app. This time, we're flipping the script, going old school. I'm going to kick it over to Bianchi. Hit the music. Take things away, Bulldog.
It is time for the wildly popular, critically acclaimed game show, Bet It or Forget It. Let's start with some breaking news out of Gainesville, Florida. Ever heard of it? With potential job openings looming.
That right.
With potential job openings looming at college basketball blue bloods, Kansas, North Carolina, who knows, maybe even Kentucky. Florida is looking to sign Coach Todd Golden to a third contract extension in as many years. Quote from Athletic Director Scott Strickland: "We're going to do everything in our power to make sure he always knows that he's really valuable." End quote. Bet it or forget it. Given the same amount of money, if you're Todd Golden, you're bolting Florida to take one of the blue blood jobs.
Forget it. Forget about it. Florida is a new blood job. It's the same thing. Florida's had a ton of success over the last 20 plus years, and there's no reason. Nothing has stopped the Florida Gators from competing at the college basketball level. They've been more successful than even Kentucky in that time span. So I think it would just be a lateral move. Florida's not a blue blood, but they're a new blood. I mean, Indiana is like this bastion of basketball. Which job would you rather have? And you go down, I think the Florida Gator job, just based on the success that you can obviously have there, is the top 10 job in the sport. Easy. So why would you leave that now?
Because you're always playing second fiddle to football.
Yeah, but it hasn't hurt them at all.
Yeah, but don't you want to be the star in your own neighborhood?
I don't know. In some ways, isn't it better to kind of like also have all of the things that the stars have, but be able to fly under the radar and let the football coach take all the live bullets from the media? I think that might be, in fact, just in discussing this with you, I think it moved up 5 spots in my overall coaching rankings. So, no, definite forget about
I'll throw another one. I just thought of this one. Bet it or forget it. If the Orlando Magic job opened up and Todd Golden was offered that job, you'd rather have the Magic job than the Gator job. Bet it or forget it.
I don't know. It's just it's like asking, do you want vanilla ice cream or a ham sandwich? It depends on what mood you're in. It depends on the type of person that you are. I would say forget it.
Forget about it.
Todd Golden feels like a college basketball coach
He does,
to me.
with all his analytics and all of that. He feels like a budding NBA coach to me.
Yeah,
Not that I want him to leave. I don't think he should leave.
They're different sports. It's so hard. Like Billy Donovan has the Chicago Bulls job. Feels like weren't his happier days in college.
Hey, Todd Golden, maybe he could take the Magic job like Billy Donovan, then change his mind 2 days later and go back to Florida.
Well, the Magic have a coach, okay? His name's Jamal Mosley.
Yes, I know. I said if. All right, where were we? Speaking of the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs clobbered the Miami Heat 136-111 last night for their 23rd win in the past 24 games. Bet it or forget it. The Spurs, not the Thunder, should be favored to win the NBA championship.
Forget it.
Forget about it.
Shouldn't be favored, but they should be next. It's the Thunder and then the Spurs. So the Spurs have proven that they can be the antidote for what the Thunder are throwing at you. That the one thing standing in the way of the San Antonio Spurs is that teams that are this young, that have not been through it yet in the playoffs, never make it to the NBA Finals. It is such a rarity to not go through the grind of the postseason and to make it to the NBA Finals. And until you experience that, I think it's hard to push all the way through. OKC had to do it. I mean, even the Bulls with Michael Jordan had to go through losses in the playoffs to learn how to win. Every single great team has done that. And while the Spurs can do it, they can be the team that bucks the trend because Victor Wembanyama makes no sense. The guy is amazing, and there's no real answer for him. But I think they can do it, but they should be second on the list. The Thunder should still be the favorites.
Tiger Woods will be back swinging the golf club competitively tonight for the first time in what seems like forever, more than a year and a half since he's played competitively. He'll be playing for his Jupiter Lynx team in the TGL Finals tonight. Bet it or forget it, Kravitz. You've got the Magic game tonight, I understand that. But you will DVR the TGL tonight because you are so intrigued to watch Tiger play golf again, even if it's video golf.
Forget about it.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
What?
I would rather watch Tiger Woods. I would rather watch Tiger Woods play EA Sports Tiger Woods Golf 2026 than play this.
We do not care.
I don't. I really don't. I think this TGL thing is silly. I'm glad that these guys are having fun with it. I do not care. And it's not real competition. This is like me going to Pop Stroke and playing against my friends in putt-putt.
All right, do we have time for one more?
Yeah.
All right, the NBA Players Association has rebuked the Milwaukee Bucks over their dispute with Giannis Antetokounmpo, implying that Milwaukee is tanking and damaging the NBA's integrity by wanting to shut down Giannis for the rest of the season. Sources told Shams Charania of ESPN last week that Giannis refused the Bucks' request to sit out the remainder of the season. Kravitz, it's pretty clear that Shams' source is Giannis's agent. Bet it or forget it. This is just Giannis trying to make the Bucks look like the bad guys so he won't be the bad guy when he forces his way out of town.
Forget it.
Forget about it.
No.
He's just naive.
This is
so naive.
The Bucks. I think the Bucks want to trade him. I think they are waiting for that right moment to strike. And if they wanted to convince Giannis to stay, then they would have him play.
Yeah.
They would say, "Hey, we want you to be out here. We love you, Giannis." The Bucks have already given in to the idea of trading away Giannis. So I think that they will take a measure of the heat from the Giannis-loving Bucks fans. So I think this has much more to do with the anti-tanking mentality that the Players Association should have. This is bad for the players. Bad for the players, bad for the fans. And they're standing up for the people, Mike.
That is bet it or forget it. Standing up for the people.
Up next, the Magic have free-falled
NBA
in
Players Association standing up for the people.
Yes, the good of the good quality, hardworking American people.
Oh, the load management standing up for the load management organization standing up.
Get
for the
out of
people.
here. More game on next.